Good morning, friends. Today I wanted to talk about the place of the collective on a spiritual journey with Osho, right? So, to rational, left brain, scientifically educated individuals like myself, the belief was that you could solve whatever problem comes in your life with the tools that you have, or you have the intelligence to go out and access. So in that sense, every external step in your life has been an individual process, and it's just a matter of upping my skill or building the resources or getting together what is needed individually to reach the next step in my journey. So for example, if what I wanted to do was go to America and study engineering, then I had to figure out how to get the marks, how to get the admission, how to convince my parents to pay for that education in the beginning. And then it works, and so on and so forth. So there is this great emphasis of the individual. I am doing. So what is the space in that of the, this idea of a master? When you suddenly embark on a spiritual journey, and what is the relevance of the collective, of a sangha, of other sannyasis in your journey? And then the third thing, what is the value of a specific space, which is called an energy field, right? Because all of these three are actually irrelevant, right? Wherever I am with all my resources, I need to just be able to close my eyes, follow the process, and the magic's going to happen. And this has always been my premise. It wasn't different in 2002 when I first came to across Osho, and the 6th of February 2003 when I first arrived in Pune at what is now called the Osho International Meditation Resort. It was called the Commune, I think, at that time, or just transferring to resort. I can't remember. There were still people using the word commune. So I think the transition to resort had been made. Anyway, those were the words that I heard immediately. At least that's what I heard. Osho saying, I am the finger pointing to the moon. Look at the moon, and don't get distracted by the finger. It's the meditation, not the man. Footprints in the sky. When a flower blossoms and the flower at the end of the day is gone and the fragrance remains, and nobody can ever know that this fragrance came from this flower. This all appealed to me. Wow, these are processes, and I'm going to do them, and I don't need to interact with anybody else. And all these other folks are also doing their thing. And when we go into the meditation auditorium, instructions are given, and then there's nobody touching you, nobody ever. You could literally fall in a heap. When you walk around campus, unless you go up and talk to people, nobody will just randomly say, hey, how are you going? It's an individual journey, and that was like fantastic. Fast forward 18 years, and in process after process, especially when I did the Osho No Mind training, the facilitators training in the winter of, I want to say it was December of 2019, there is a line that he said, and that is that this is an individual process in a collective energy. And it was like, whoa, that is the significance of this collective. The reason that everybody was asked to sit together and do this meditative therapy. I cannot sit at home and do gibberish and sit in silence, which is the no mind process, and have the same breakthroughs. So there is a specific reason that he designed systems for the collective, and then he also designed designated spots for the same meditations to be conducted so the energy builds up. This collective And this build-up of energy was something that he deliberately spoke about, designed around, and that is really his gift. And it was such an epiphany for me. I understood why over 18 years, regardless of what was happening in my life, I would walk through the front gates and suddenly I would have an exhale. I haven't meditated. I haven't done a single process. I have stepped into a different energy space, and everybody, whether you're part of the Osho Sangha or not, understand what I am saying, because you have walked into certain spaces and immediately felt, whoa, something shifted. And this entire indivisible space, which is called the Osho International Meditation Resort, at this time on 3 parts, bifurcated by 2 main roads, is part of this continuous energy field. And everybody gathers there, making the individual process incredibly special. And hundreds and hundreds of thousands of people have felt this, have known this, have gone back and asked everybody they loved to come and experience it themselves. And this is not just dumb luck. And my distraught question is that, is there anybody, all of humanity, is there anybody in the Sangha, outside, somebody driving, does anybody think then that this is just real estate ripe for development, and when that goes away, nothing will be lost in the work of Osho, the inner scientist, in the 34 years of tireless effort via every person who came there and participated to charge up that space? Do you really think that nothing gets lost when pieces are divided and sold and then used for other purposes? You do not have to be a meditator. You don't have to love Osho. You don't have to be even remotely interested in anything I'm saying to understand that this is an irreversible process and this is a loss for humanity. And P.S., by the way, it happens, this piece happens to be in India. And this is our opportunity, when we live in India and love India, to bring it and make this contribution or this gift to humanity available to everybody. So this is my question. Is this energy field up for sale? Who wants to buy this? Who wants to make profit from this? Please answer me this question.